Welcome everyone to the See Good Studios podcast. Today we're reading Mrs. Pink Skirts and Mr. Red Pants, and it's chapter 1, The Mysterious Swinging. Mrs. Pink Skirt, who was a 20-year-old girl, was riding on a bike through the park because she was told by her mother to get outside every day. But it was sad too because she was all alone. Everyone else was in their houses. No kids at the park. Everything came to the houses. So why would people leave? But she still bikes every day. It feels like her mother is still there. But one day she heard a swing at the park. She raced to it as fast as possible, but no one was there. What? She said. How the swing was swinging, but the person was gone. Sad, she went home. It was her mom and dad's old library. She turned into a house. She was really hoping to see someone. She cleans when she's sad, so she started cleaning the dust off the books. But as she got distracted by a romance novel called Lisa and David, she said excitedly, "Oh, what if the person is a man, like a potential boyfriend?" She paused. Look at me talking to myself. Don't be ridiculous. It's probably just the wind. She went to her greenhouse and watered the plants with her tears and watched a movie till she fell asleep on the couch. The next day she did her work and went for her daily bike ride. She raced to see if someone was at the park. Oh please, Lord," she whispered. But no one was there. And the swings weren't even moving. Back at her house, she was sad. Again, her house library was filled with things that all this time she thought it made it look cute. All of the toys in the greenhouse and the kids area in the library, but now it felt empty. It felt like a soul was missing from the house. There were supposed to be kids playing, people reading books, but instead it's just empty. The library was about the size of the Berkshire Museum, and suddenly, instead of seeing a spacious house, she saw never-ending walls and doors. It wasn't so much that her perspective had changed, more of she stopped ignoring her feelings. She picked up the romance novel, trying to find a little happiness. Going to the end, she says, "And they lived happily ever after." "No," she yelled. "All anyone ever wants to do is online dating. They say, oh, just video chat date, so no one has to move." She threw the book on the floor. "I'm sick of it. Day after day, cleaning, cooking, having to listen to my friends say that I'm living in the past when it wasn't until 2027 when that museum drama sent everyone into panic, hiding in the houses." She went to her room and watched a show till she fell asleep. But then she wakes up at midnight with an idea. "I have a phone and a library. I can get people to come to me, and the people can be my friends." So she said to her current friends, "If we can't go outside together, we can't be friends." She looked around for the library cards, and for the most part, she had always kept the library very clean. So she didn't have to do that much to get ready. Then she posted on social media photos of the library, inviting people to come over. But people reaction to this wasn't what she had hoped for. They said things like, "Okay, Grandma, why would we want to go somewhere with a bunch of strangers and the hard work of reading books and then having to put them back or whatever?" But she was determined. She made more posts. She tried to appeal to the parents, but they said, "Honey, you know there are blue light glasses. Our houses are much safer than whatever you're trying to sell. Just give it up." Seems pretty suspicious that a random lady opening up this library, one person replied, "Yeah." More people replied, "Yeah," agreeing with the original post. Someone else replied, "Maybe she's just trying to get back to how it was in the old days. I mean, technology is great now, but sometimes some things just don't need to be advanced, like the classics, going to the library or the park." Someone else replied, "No, she's evil." Mrs. Pinkskirt was even sadder. She gave up. 2 weeks went by, and just when she was about to get ready to go for a bike ride, there was a knock on the door. Oh no, she thought. It was the cops or an angry mob. Or is it the park guy? She looked out the bedroom window carefully. It was above and to the left of the front door, so she could see everyone who came to the door. It was a mom and her kids. Why would she bring her kids? Couldn't she have scolded me on? But she was interrupted by the sweet little voice. "Are you open?" A little voice said with excitement, "Oh my goodness, they're here to use the library." Oh my goodness, they're here to use the library. She panicked. "I haven't talked to people in person." She looked in the mirror, put a name tag on that she had made out of paper, and rushed down the stairs, making sure everything was in line and picking up the romance novel off the floor and putting it up. She took a deep breath and exhaled. And opens the doors. Miss Macy said, "Oh good, you're open." From that moment on, Mrs. Pinkskirt was calm. She said, "Yes, we are open. Let me show you the kids section. There are coloring books and dinosaur books." She opened the playroom and there was an indoor slide. The kids played. Mrs. Macy said, "I can't believe that a real library is open. Hopefully you'll start a trend where places will open up again." "Well, thank you for coming." "Oh no, thank you. I'm sure after the whole museum thing with the kid, everyone became so afraid of living life. And because of you, maybe my kids will be able to eventually enjoy the things we enjoyed when we were kids. I mean, I don't just sit around waiting, I take them to the park. But there are no malls or restaurants for anything." Mrs. Pinkskirt says, "Oh," in a loud voice. Mrs. Macy says, "What?" It's just, my mom always said that you need to go outside and exercise. And one day when I was riding my bike through the park, I saw that there was a swinging just slightly. And I wondered who it could be. Oh, well, Dylan loves the swings," Mrs. Macy says. "We were there the other day." Mrs. Pinkskirt says, "Mystery solved." Mrs. Pinkskirt was happy, but she was also sad a little. She was really hoping that it would be a guy she could go out with. But she made 2 new friends. "Now, remember, you need to return them in 2 weeks, Mrs. Pinkskirt said. "Thank you, ma'am," Dylan said as he walked out the door. A week went by, and they visited again. Is something wrong? Mrs. Pinkskirt said. No, we just thought that you may get a little lonely all by yourself. And my daughter, Sweetie, wanted to get some books. Mrs. Pinkskirt replied, okay. Dylan said, okay, first you have to get a library card. And the both of them watched as Dylan showed Sweetie all of the books and the play area. I actually have 10 kids all together, Miss Macy said, but they don't want to come. I mean, no offense. It's just, you know. That's okay. I get it, Mrs. Pinkskirt said. Soon, the library started getting attention. People started talking about the library revolution online. But everyone secretly wanted to go. Some people decided to go, and they loved it. And more people started opening their houses, aka the old stores, restaurants, and the park was filled with people. One day, as she was putting the books away, she saw a pair of red pants. She tried to find out who it was, but they left. No, I would love to know why they chose red pants, she said. But as he was leaving, he heard her singing. He saw her, or more saw her pink skirt. He left saying, I gotta work up the bravery. But they think about each other, but he was nervous. She hopes that he would show up at the library. They gave each other nicknames. Miss Pinkskirt, he said to his friends, and Mr. Redpants is what she said to her friends. He tried writing a song for her, and he walked into the library and started to sing it, but he stopped. Oh no, what was I thinking? This is the library. He was so embarrassed he rushed out the door, but he ran into the librarian. Mr. Redpants says, oh, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Pinkskirt, Mrs. Pinkskirt said. You're the person who started the library revolution, Mr. Redpants said. Oh yes, I guess I was, she said. You're an inspiration, he said. Well, thank you, she said. I can't believe you're you. I mean, I saw you riding a bike outside, and I got inspired to go outside too. And I started swinging on the swing. And one day I saw you were coming to the swing, and I got nervous and ran away. There was a mom and her kids that were playing there too. Oh my goodness, that was you? Why don't I show you around the library? And not long after, he started working there. And they worked so well together. But then some of the ladies from the internet came to her library and said no hard feelings, and they decorated the library. But what they didn't know is that the decorations were poisoned with forever sleep. As Mrs. Pinkskirt was putting up the decorations, she fell. Are you okay? Mr. Redpants said. She didn't answer. Ha 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 ha. She can only be awoken by a note sent from her true love. They used the library books to build a coffin, hoping that one day her true love would come. But it just so happens that Mr. Redpants had sent a letter in the mail for her a couple of days ago, and it just arrived, and so did the police. But one of the people from the internet set the library on fire and burnt the note, and nobody knew what the cure was. So years went by, and a prince, or a poison control and rangers and or investigators of nefarious curses and evil. As an expert, he walked in to the greenhouse, and after recognizing this type of curse, he called Mr. Redpants to write a note to her. and she awakened. Later, the library had to be quarantined to clean out the poison, but on the bright side, it inspired her to move into a real house, or more, fix up a real house. Later, she and Mr. Redpants got married and had lots of little librarian helpers, 14 to be exact. The end, for now. A Prince book sneak peek. If you think that all of us princes just go around kissing dead people, you're mistaken. Here's the real story. The story of the poison control and rangers and investigators of nefarious curses and evil, or Prince for short. It's too late. Snow White's dead, hopefully said. Hey, don't worry about it, Ben said. Let's see, so she appears to be under the curse of a sleeping hollow. Okay, a kiss of true love. Yeah, that's it. Ben said, welcome back, Snow White. Oh, how long was I out? It was the cops or an angry mom. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Okay. It's really not that funny. Okay. Alright. Oh no, she thought it was. She looked out the bedroom room. She looked out there.